hello there. We are now down here in our new gallery. What do you think?
Oh my God, there's no words. The work they have done here and the displays are exceptional. Rachel, really, seriously, this is beyond, I mean, I've seen snippets online. It doesn't prepare you for what you see in person.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's just really amazing. I mean, I'm just staring at a whole gallery of grace, and it's just so incredibly beautiful, and then you just, it's just one surprise after the next. It really, it's the highlight of my trip.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Sorry, everybody at the convention. The highlight of my trip.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, it's so fun to share it with you, and we curated multiple of these cases with you in mind.
Wow.
So let's go shopping.
In other words, it's all mine. So to start, look at this case full of goodies here. I mean, just everything. Let's just pick some things out that I think are really extraordinary. First of all, and fun to talk about. Okay, this is trapped under here, so we're just going to do this. This is a Steiff giraffe from probably 1920s. It's got the wood wheels and it's felt. And the airbrushing is extraordinary. And it's still got his button. It is just a work of art on the wood wheels just to see them. Because these didn't last long. Felt was not the most solid material to use. And there was always moths that got a hold of it and just damage. And as you can see, he has a little damage on his nose, but that's something that can be repaired. It's not a difficult repair. But he's an extraordinary example, just to see the coloring in his airbrushing. And then, you know, of all things, I'm going to show you this, okay? This is caught between the tiger. These were done in the 1920s, and I have old catalog pages from like Ward's, Sears. These were just poodles. They have fur around it looks like a flannel velveteen body. They were done in around 1900 to as late as the 1920s. And I also have an antique photograph of a little girl with her carriage, with her doll, her Steiff bear, and one of these poodles, and it's dated 1909. So these are early, and they're just, and she's got her little original ribbon, and they're really, really funky. These were just glued on, and sometimes they'll be off. But I love these. These are just a piece of history. They weren't super expensive. And so I'm always amazed they survive with the fur. So these were, you know, American, and they were about 1900 to 1910. Because Dumbo is one of my favorite stories in the entire world. This is Timothy Mouse from the Dumbo story. These were made by American character in about 1940s. Dumbo, I think, came out in 1941. And if you know the story of Dumbo, he could fly. Timothy gave him a magic feather to say that he could fly, because they all made fun of Dumbo with his huge ears. But what Dumbo found out later is Timothy had lied. He didn't need the magic feather. He could fly all on his own. And this is just a wonderful example. It's velveteen with the felt ears. He's missing one of his eyes, but he can look at you from this side. And he's still got his American character tag, I think, right here. And that was from Norwalk, Connecticut, Character Novelty Company, and Timothy Mouse. It's a hard find to get, and he's still got his little brass buttons on his jacket. But that's Timothy Mouse. Gund made these fantastic mice. We all know the story of Cinderella. And these are nice because look, he's got his original Gund Manufacturing Company. These again were done in the 1940s. And this is Gus, Walt Disney's Gus. These you don't see very often either. I mean, she's got a case full of really, really special goodies that you don't see everywhere. And they're all right here. But this is Gus. And then I see she's got another one back here. And there's one up here. And this one is Jock. I mean, they're beautiful condition. But those are the mice from Cinderella. And there's Cinderella, the R. John Wright piece. And here's the composition, Snow White. This is Snow White. That's Snow White. Sorry, I got my stuff mixed up.
We just put Disney, all the Disney in there.
And then look at these little English Mickey Mouse. They were called, I don't think these are the jazzers with the hands that they could put on the record, but these, I believe, were done by Deans. Aren't they wonderful? Just wonderful. And here's another small size right here. Look at them. Neat small sizes. And it's nice they still have their hands, because a lot of times these were missing. I mean, I could go through this entire case because there's just so much, but our videos are only so long. But you can see in these cases that it's just a wonderful collection that she has put together. And look at this composition, Dumbo. Look at this, with the original tag, Walt Disney, Cameo Doll Production. Look at that with the head. I mean, I've only seen a couple of these ever to buy. I mean, just so rare. 1941, when the movie came out. And down here, we have something that I just love. This is Ferdinand the Bull with his flower. He's wonderful. And that looks like a gunned piece to me, probably from the 1940s. But look at, he's in beautiful condition. And another one that you don't see very often. And of course, she has all her Mickeys and Minnies. And then there's a Shuko Goofy. And oh, look at Jiminy Cricket. Just perfection. Look at the molded cloth face. Absolutely incredibly perfect. And then look at this guy back here. Again.
Oh, that's Horace?
Yes.
Horse collars.
Horace. And beautiful condition. And extreme, look at his feet. Extremely, extremely hard to find. So these two pieces are extremely rare. Very rare. Very sought after. Just to see them side by side is unreal. And then we have Bugs Bunny here. He's from, I believe Bugs came in the late 30s by Schlesinger. Was the guy who was the creator of Bugs Bunny. And we have a beautiful little Shuko Yes No here. And a German Deem bear. Look at this. Wonderful. Just wonderful. German, probably from around 1950. And then this is really a nice selection. If you don't know what Shmoos are, they were done by United Features, I believe. Yes, United Features, 1948. And you see the big cloth white ones by Gund quite frequently. And this one has his tag, Shmoo, Gund Manufacturing Company. Isn't he wonderfully rare? And then, I've never even seen one of these, and my dad loved Shmoo, so I've seen quite a few. A Shmoo bank with the original cardboard advertisement around it. And a Shmoo clock. Super, and look at the little oilcloth Shmoo. I mean, mega rare, very hard to find. So exciting just to play. And then Pete the Pup. He was wonderful. And he was from the 1930s. He came in the green and the red. And that was another one of my dad's favorite things. Mom made even a Pete the Pup cake one time for his birthday. Just a wonderful piece and so hard to find. I want to say it was Lance was the last name of the person that wrote the Pete the Pup comics. Let's see. Oh no, up here. Okay, I'm sorry, Rachel. I know I'm jumping all around, but I get too excited. Look at this guy.
It's a flask.
It's a flask from the 1920s to 30s. Shuko flask. Can you imagine? And you could just hide the liquor in there and just take a tipple. And then spark plug, the Show and Hut spark plug with his original blanket. And then these. Many of you aren't probably familiar with Jeep. Jeep was a character from Popeye the Sailor Man. And it was, I think, 1930, okay, let me get this right, 1936 when Jeep came out. And he was a magical creature. He was interdimensional. Even at that time, they were futuristic. He could walk through walls, and they said he would pop in from different dimensions. And the only thing he ever said was, Jeep, 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 Jeep. And he is really a hard character to find. And an interesting thing, the origin of Jeep, the vehicle, there's 3 different theories. One of them is that it was named after Jeep, the character, because he was used as a mascot for a lot of the military planes, vehicles, and things like that. So there is a thought that the vehicle was named after Jeep. There's 2 other theories, but we don't care about those because it doesn't fit in with the Jeep story. But look at this little wood segmented 1936. And look at, he's still got his original chenille tail. So incredible. And then this one, I've never even seen, with the clovers. Look at this guy. Lucky Jeep. And it says here, and because I'm half blind, it's trademarked. I'd have to get a magnifying glass. It's English, and I think it's Dean's. Is it Dean? Yes, Dean's Rag Book Company. So Jeep was so popular, it was manufactured in composition, it was manufactured in wood, cloth, by different companies. This is probably one of the rarest ones I've ever seen. Look at this. And brilliant condition with his original little blue eyes. Oh, and then we have Bonzo. I know there are lots of Bonzo lovers out there, so you've got to see these. And I'm sorry, who's cleaning the glass cases? I've got fingerprints on them now. There are some really super rare Bonzo pieces in here I want to share with you. First of all, because I love, this is Ulu the cat, which is really super hard to find, and it's still got its original tag. Hygienic Toys, Chad Valley, made in England. And look at that. The little red tongue is still there. And these eyes are actually original. A lot of people thought they weren't, and I know people that have taken those eyes out. These clear glass eyes are original to this piece. Now I've seen it in this size, and I've also seen it in a smaller size. And look, here it has its original button. Really hard to find. I mean, they came out. This is a truly special item. I mean, look at here. Look at this wonderful. For you out there that don't know about Bonzo, Bonzo was created by George Steiff. In about 1912, he became popular in the 1920s, around 1922. In 1912, he came out with a series of prints for, I think it was called the Sketch magazine in England. By 1920s, he was produced in, oh my God, thousands of different variations. There's bisque, there's composition. Schoenhut did a Bonzo, Chad Valley, Dean's, even Steiff did a Bonzo. So he was extremely popular. There was even a stage play where somebody would dress up in a velveteen Bonzo outfit. I can't imagine that took off too well, but they did it. This piece is really different. I have not seen one like this before. And it's got like a stick body. Look at this. And then look at, it almost has like the Schoenhut type head molding, but it's a novelty. And and look at the little tail. Look, this is the original outfit and his little cloth tail. All original. I mean, Rachel, you've got some of the rarest pieces that I have seen in the Bonzo collections. Look at this one with the original tag right there. Oh, turn it upside down. The Chad Valley tag. And look at the coloring. Everything is just fantastic. I mean, this is just a treat of a lifetime. And then this piece here, this mechanical Bonzo. And the painting, look at the painting. It's not chipped, it's not cracked, it's perfection. Look at that. Wow. This is probably from the early 20s as well. Look at this guy, and it was made by an artist in 2020, one of 6. This one is one of my little favorites. It looks like a little German piece. And it's the velveteen over the hard paper mache body that you see. I wondered if that's German. And then look at this guy. Probably Dean's or Chad. Does he have his button? No. Look at that. Look at the coloring. Brilliant. just like these are new. And then the chalkware piece. Oh my gosh, I could live in this case. Wow. Oh, Rachel, that's a true treat. So that's a little bit about Bonzo.
Yes.
Like I say, oh, hang on a minute. This is a little candy container mandolin that's just on the edge. We turn around to her beautiful Steiff case. We'll do an overview. And then look at this dog here. Okay, if you guys get sick of me, you can just turn the program off after you get sick of looking at me. Look at this little guy. He's lost his leg, and he's one of those little novelties and his little mouth open, but look at that face. Oh. I mean, out of all this stuff, I pick out that sweet little dog that's been through a war. But just wonderful, wonderful things. And then, if we go, look at this beautiful big Steiff bunny. Oh, so wonderful. And then we go around the corner, and then if you're into Christmas, which I know I am, and I know Diane was, look at this case of beautiful, beautiful pieces. Look at the nodder deer. He's a nodder. His little thing is probably just a little bit askew, so that just needs to be straightened, and then he'd be better off. And then we have this wonderful woodcutter Santa that is a nodder. Look at that. Just stunning in the flannel and in such good condition. And I love this piece. Look at this. It is cast iron with the Santa in it. Isn't that out of this world? Oh my gosh. And look at
it's
this
so fun to see them
diorama.
through your eyes.
Oh,
yes,
and
this
the
Sally
detail.
and our staff made for my mom
Really?
here for Christmas. Yeah.
Oh, that's so special.
Isn't that sweet?
Wow, and just look at the detail they put into it. Oh man. And then we have a snowman. This is a cotton batting snowman with the broom and with a great face. He's just really special. Look at this. Really, really nice piece. Oh, Rachel, this is just
Thank you
wonderful.
so much. It's so neat to share it with you.
I am so glad I got to come and see everything. This is just a tidbit of what I have seen in this magic fantasy land.
Thank you.
And Rachel, thank you again. I'm so glad I got to come and stop by and see the chosen one and the mother of the chosen one.
Thank you so
And
much.
just
It's been a thrill.
to get experience this, because you've worked so hard and it's paid off. It's extraordinarily beautiful. So, a treat to everyone. Tune into Rachel's videos. Tune into her convention that's coming up the end of the month. It'll be here like that.
Well, this is happening. We're here.
We're here, but I mean, this is pre-recorded, people.
Yes.
So, because it just is worth every minute. It gives
thank
us
you
that
so much.
spark of creativity, fantasy, and keeps us going. And thank you, Rachel, for keeping us going.
Thank you for
'Cause
keeping me going.
Oh, you're welcome.
You're a fixture, and we appreciate you so very much.
I love you very much.
We love you too.
And I love you all out there. And thank you for
What
joining
fun.
us on this wonderful trip down Rachel's cases.
Thank you so much, Uncle
Take
Tom.
care. Have a wonderful time.